When's the last time you went on a date? Or hung out with a guy in a romantic sort of way?
I guess technically 2 weeks ago.
Is this somebody you've been seeing for a while, or?
No, so it was somebody that I went to high school with. He's been texting me like consistently for a while, and I kind of just always brushed him off. But then one day he was like, "Hey, do you want to hang out?" And I was like, "Screw it, why not?" So I went to go hang out with him, and then we just hung out for like a couple hours, and then the next day he ghosted me. So like it wasn't really romantic, but it could have been, I guess.
Did y'all smash?
No.
Smash.
I put it in my pre-show notes
That you what?
that I haven't had sex in 2 years.
Oh. Okay, we'll talk about that. So you've been celibate for 2 years.
Yes.
Why did he it sounded like he was really like up on you, and then he ghosted you.
Mhm. So
Did you like do something weird?
Did you say anything that was maybe like a red flag?
I think
he wanted to fuck, but she's not
he did
happy.
want to fuck.
He said, "Fuck this."
Yeah. He tried to, and I straight up was like, "Listen, I don't have sex outside of like relationships. Like it's not gonna happen." And I think that's all he wanted. I think at some point, like some part of him wanted to have a relationship with me, but I think he wanted the sex first, and I wasn't willing to give that up. So
good for you, girl.
thank you.
I do think, Q, what are your thoughts on that, though? Do you think, my personal view is, I think, in the way most relationships, I think, tend to play out is, it's not, hey, let's go on 10 dates, be boyfriend, girlfriend, then have sex. It's typically have sex fairly early on, continue hooking up, you start liking each other, then you become boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, typically with men, because sexual attraction is the primary factor. You don't know a woman. Commitment is a big thing for a man. I say commitment is equally as risky as sex is for a woman, because, as you said, a woman has the ability to fuck up your life. So you need to know this woman. You need to know what this woman is about. You need to know what her mindset is, her attitude, her values, her personality. All these things you have to learn. But what you do know is you would smash her because she's attractive enough.
But
facts. That's just facts, son.
You guys want low body count, but then you're playing into that, like having sex with the woman very early on.
Well, because normally we let things just develop. We go with the flow.
I think it would be like a weeding out type situation where they're not wanting the women that are being promiscuous, so they're going for the ones that haven't.
So if she sleeps
with
you,
that.
Then you're weeding her out because she's having sex with you.
No,
not necessarily.
Not really.
See, some women think if I sleep with him, then he's gonna think I'm a whore, but that's not necessarily the case.
But you're adding to their body count, and yet you want women with low body count.
Not if she continues sleeping with me and only me.
Okay, but if it doesn't work out, if you guys break up, then that's one more added to
That's
the body
if it
count.
doesn't work out.
I mean, a girl could be a virgin and then sleep with you on the first date and just stay with you.
Yeah.
Well,
I
but
doubt
why
that works out in most
exactly.
cases. Yeah,
exactly.
that doesn't
Girls
work.
don't do it.
No.
Don't sleep with guys. Wait until marriage. Because they're not going to commit.
Wait.
I think
I'd stay with her forever.
If she slept with you?
Even if
Probably
there were
not,
like core, just like incompatible, like irreconcilable differences.
Huh? Oh, I'm being a little facetious here. Don't take
Okay,
what I
thank you.
said.
Okay, yeah.
But you don't have to promote like everybody has to be a virgin. Everybody has different preferences. Like,
I think a
I was
good
just calling out the guys,
a
but
good
I also
measure to it would be like, don't do what you don't want your partner doing. You know, like if I could be a traditional woman, I wouldn't want a traditional man who would have a lower body count, which I know it is like a pipe dream. But I think I understand that men are more of like visual creatures.
It's actually not a pipe dream, and I would actually argue that there are more women who have higher body counts than there are men who have high body counts.
I haven't heard of that, honestly. I think I usually see the other way around, but maybe because
I think what happens is you have like a very small percentage of men at the top who
Have
have insanely high body counts. Yeah. And then you have like women who are kind of in the mid tier who are like getting 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever. And then you have dudes who are in that top percent who are like 100, 200, 300, right? And then you have the rest of the dudes who are getting nothing.
Yeah, the men
or like virgins, low body counts.
Yeah, the smaller percentage of men skew the average to where the average male body count is higher than a woman's by about 1 or 2 bodies. But it's like you said, it's that hyperstrata of men that get so many bodies that they naturally just make the average higher than a woman's.
Right.
Yeah.
Word.
I agree.
Moving on.
What were you gonna say?
I thought somebody was gonna say some shit, so I just okay. I mean, my personal stance is, and I'm gonna have Maddie come in on this too. Actually, is I think that you can sleep with someone fairly early on, and that can flourish into a serious, committed, monogamous, long-term relationship. I would say I've had multiple long-term relationships. My longest was 5 years. All of my long-term relationships, it wasn't like, let's date for 3 months and then have sex. Let's go on 10, 20 dates and then have sex. It was within the first 3 dates we hooked up, and those became healthy long-term relationships.
Yeah, because y'all got to understand the average man is not a whore. Like he just can't get multiple women. So when he finds a woman that he can finally have sex with and that sex is repetitive, he's going to typically stay where he knows he can get sex. So once he has sex, he probably likes you. You know he's attracted to you physically. You guys do things after. You pillow talk, you cuddle, whatever promotes that bonding, and then that's what it is. That's what it becomes. It becomes a routine. Men can't typically afford to just sleep with a woman, then just move on to the next. Most men don't have it like that. Most men are not that desirable.
Word. Madison, what's the sitch with Frankie?
Frank? Who's Frank?
Her boyfriend.
Her boyfriend.
Oh.
I don't know. We were talking about this like the other week, but basically my boyfriend and I, we had sex like the first time we ever had hung out ever alone. Like we didn't really go on dates before that. I wasn't really looking for anything like you said earlier. I'm pretty sure like things just kind of come to you. I wasn't really looking for anything. He was looking for a wife, but I didn't know that at the time. And I don't know, I feel like it really helped us move forward in our relationship, not even just like a relationship, but a friendship in a way. Like it helped us, no, not like that, not like that. I just like fumbled my words, but I don't know, now we're going like 1 year strong.
They've been dating for a year.
That's cute.
Shout out to Frankie.
I just feel like that's pretty, like,
Frankie.
that's really, like, I'm super happy for you, but I just feel like that's relatively rare.
Nah, it's pretty normal. I'd say most adult relationships, again, I don't think it's let's wait 3 months then have sex. I would say most relationships, the way they develop is the people hook up relatively early on, and then they continue seeing each other, and then it becomes a relationship.
Yeah, I guess I just don't have that.
But
much
I mean,
yeah,
you haven't had.
Yeah, for me, it's just
it's
the opposite experience. So it's like, oh, you're a virgin. Goodbye. I'm not gonna try to get to know you anymore.
Well, yeah, I think that's fair, but it's also doing you a favor because you're not wasting your time on a guy.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to waste time on a guy that doesn't want to move at the same pace as you do?
No, 100%. I mean, the thing is for me is like a lack of communication. Like I'll be straight up with a guy like about myself particularly. And instead of like, if that's not what you're looking for, that's totally fine. You know, that's like that can be an irreconcilable difference. But most of the time it's like, oh no, it's fine. That doesn't change anything. And then they slowly distance themselves from me, and I'm left questioning like what happened. I just have to assume that is what happened, that they didn't like that about me.